Hello, how are you today? Maria, where are you from? Hello? Hi, Maria. Sounds like I can't hear you. Yeah, whatever you're saying, I can't hear you.
Hello.
Oh, now I can. Awesome. Hi, how are you?
Hi. Fine. Fine. And you?
Very good. Very good. Now, where are you from, Maria?
I'm from Italy. I'm
Italy.
in
Awesome.
Parma. Yeah.
What part of Italy?
Parma, it is a city in North Italy,
Okay.
not so far from Milan.
Okay, awesome. All right. I spent about 4 or 5 days in Italy, excuse me, about 5 or 6 years ago. And
Oh, where?
we went to Rome, and then we
Oh,
went to a meeting in Pisa. So
oh, yeah.
yeah, it was good.
It's
I really
nice.
enjoyed it. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, hi Khalid, how are you?
Yes, hi, how are you?
Very
Fine.
good, very good. Yeah, I'm excited about this topic. This topic is really kind of an interesting topic that we will be going over because it's not really a topic. It's just kind of all over the place. So I hope you guys like it. So Khalid, this is Maria from Italy, and
Uh-huh.
Maria Khalid is from Libya.
Libya, yeah, we
Oh,
know. Libya and Italy is historically we support Italy in sport in everything. So we know
Oh,
each other.
okay. All
yeah.
right.
We are
Hi.
Yeah.
neighbor.
Hello,
Hi.
Domingo. Where are you from, Domingo?
Hello, Holly. I am from Spain.
Spain. Awesome. Okay, so
Live.
we have Domingo from Spain, Khalid from Libya, Maria from Italy, and then I'm from Idaho in the United States, where it is 3 in the morning here. And ask me why I'm awake.
Oh,
I'm not sure why.
yeah. Wow.
um, it's I just I saw the openings and I went click click. so and I agreed to teach, and then canceling is not good.
Your battery, maybe your battery is very low now. Your battery, I mean.
Well, actually, I charged my battery in a very unhealthy way. I
Okay, good.
have I have this right here, Monster Energy drink. so
Oh my God.
this is like it's like double the coffee, like,
Uh,
and so yeah.
So
I-
when you sleep, I mean, which the time you sleep?
when do I sleep? Normally, I sleep at night. Sometimes I sleep during the day. I don't know when I sleep. So, um,
Okay.
so today I will go to sleep at 10 a.m. and it just kind of happened. I just started. It, I don't know how it happened. It just did. So, hello,
So you,
Audrey.
so you sleep in the, I mean, in the, not in the night, in the, I mean, in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, well, sometimes I do. It just depends. Because I'm single with no children and I just have the dog. I sleep when I'm tired and I eat when I'm hungry. So,
Okay.
and I teach when I want to. So, um,
Okay.
I've got a great life when it comes to that. So, but yeah, so yeah, normally like for several weeks I was teaching at night and I was sleeping from like 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Um, because what happens is you get out of, if I get out of a class, I get you guys energize me so much that I can't go to sleep. So
Okay. Okay.
so I would get out of class at midnight and I still couldn't sleep until 4 or 5 in the morning. So I just started teaching and that's how it happened. So
Hello.
So
Hi, Holly. Hi, everyone. Glad to see you again. Are you implying that you not feel asleep right now and feels energetically
yeah,
right now?
when I get out of class, you guys energize me so much that
Okay.
even if I need to go to sleep, it takes me a good 2 hours to get to sleep.
So
So
you have to. I mean, you have two energy type. You have your I mean your drink, and you have us as a
yeah,
another
yeah,
energize. Yeah.
exactly. This time it was I had to grab this, but normally I don't need it. So, do they have these in your countries at all?
For me, no.
Yes, we have drink in Ukraine.
You have it in the Ukraine? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I just came across it about a year ago, and people were drinking it, and I was scared to drink it. But I was working on a project that I was working 10, 12-hour days, and I was like, so I started drinking it, and it kept me awake. It was really nice. So,
Oh, sorry, teacher. What
mhm.
the price that for that bottle of drink?
um, I think it was $3.59. It was fairly expensive.
Expensive.
So,
We have just that's the same about the same price in Ukraine,
oh, is it?
but much we have we don't have so big bottle.
Yeah, in this like Texas, everything is bigger and better in Texas.
In America, general. In USA, general, everything is large.
I
It
think
really is. It's not necessary, but
I think I think that in the US everything is tend to be much bigger,
yeah,
and
in some respects,
including cars and foods.
yeah. Well,
Drink.
I remember
Much bigger in the Europe at least.
this one student that I had for about 5 years. That's what he told me. He said, "Yeah, in the U.S., you guys drive all bigger cars and all bigger this and I said yes and no. And then he actually traveled to I think it was Atlanta or Florida or something, and he came back and he goes, "Holly, you're right." Because we actually do have small cars. So um, but we also have a lot of very large cars, and the portion sizes at restaurants is double the size that you guys have in most of the restaurants I've been to outside of the U.S. Um, you can, if you go to a restaurant, order one meal and then order two plates, you'll get a nice size meal anyway. So. Um, but that's what I've heard about the U.S. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So we have Sum Ming from Hong Kong. Welcome, Sum Ming.
Yeah, nice to
And
see.
and we have Maria from Italy. Khalid, he's from
Libya.
Libya. Libya. And then Domingo, he's from Spain.
Yeah.
Andre is from the Ukraine, and then we've got Alejandro from Spain. The topic today is just two. So what does that mean, just two? So basically what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the number two in language, and it's kind of fun. So we're going to start out. I'm going to start out by asking everybody some basic questions. Welcome, Abimelech. And everyone, Abimelech here is from India, northern India, where I think that they've got the best food in the world. So, but I don't know because I've only been to Indian restaurants in the U.S. So the topic is two here. So Ming, what were you doing 2 hours ago?
So, I had studied in your class.
Oh, you were in my class 2 hours ago. Ah. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. So Maria, what were you doing 2 hours ago? Maria?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe she's having problems with her microphone. Domingo, what were you doing 2 hours ago?
I've slept
Okay.
in bed.
Okay, so I was sleeping. I was sleeping.
I was sleeping.
Okay. I was sleeping. Okay. And were you taking a nap or were you sleeping in the morning, sleeping late?
Sleeping in Spain is 11 o'clock, and on Sunday I sleep. I wake up later.
On Sundays. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. All right. Okay. And Maria just it looks like she had to come out and come back in. Okay, because everybody else, Ming, Khalid, Andre, Alejandro, and Abimelech were 2 hours ago were in my class. So
I was in your class for me, Kara. Yeah, I was in your class.
all of you except for Maria and Domingo. Maria, can you speak now?
Yeah.
Okay, Maria,
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you great. What were you doing 2 hours ago?
2 hours ago.
Mhm.
I was having a tutoring class.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, now Abimelech, what were you doing 2 days ago?
2 days ago, I was doing many things.
Yeah. For example?
I was at my work,
Okay,
at
so
my
I was
home.
working.
Yes, I was working, playing, eating food, drinking water.
Mhm. All kinds of things. Okay. Awesome. Alejandro, what were you doing 2 days ago?
2 days ago, I was at home. And I was studying English. And looking after of my mom because she's sick. And I don't remember.
Okay. All right, that's nice of you to look after your mom. That's good. Khalid, what were you doing 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks, not 2 days.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Because in 2 days I was in 2 days. I was in our farms with my family because Friday is weekend in Libya.
Okay.
In 2 weeks ago, I was in this time I was in my office because in this time we don't have because we have some problem. I mean, in our country, you know, the revolution, and there is some problem. I mean, security issue. So we are in the office. That's why I'm doing some activity like learn English, improve my English, and something.
Okay. Yeah. So today is a work day for you, right?
Yeah, work day, but there's no activity here. To be honest, just staying in your office, searching internet. So for me, every time I used to, put some goals for me. Sometimes learning or improve my career because I am IT, so I'm specialist in security and technology. In this time, I decided to improve my English language, so that's why I'm doing some course online English courses to improve my English.
Oh, awesome. Well, we appreciate you being here.
Sorry, teacher.
Yes.
Teacher. I have a question to call it.
Okay. Please ask.
Sorry, Khaled, are you implying, Khaled, are you implying that you today you are just hanging out in the office and learning English?
I am in my office. I'm now in my office.
Yeah. So he's just hanging out learning English.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah. Which is nice to be able to do that. You're actually not the first person who's done that before. So,
But you know, it's not all the time. Just in this period, because there is no activity in our ministry. So that's why for me it's not good to lose the time. So I have to use it in something value, like learn something or yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I think it's a great way to do it. But you are actually not the first person that has been able to join a Verbling class from work. So that's kind of cool, really, in a lot of ways. So, all right, let's see. So Ming, what were you doing 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. It should be went to the bridge for swimming and study the English class with the Verbling and learning some new language from the internet, or maybe talk to you at the time.
Yeah, so maybe you were taking Verbling classes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Could somebody help Sepkin? Somebody who knows about computers? On the Verbling chat. I don't really know how to help him, but if somebody can. All right.
That's important. Maybe you can look at the name at your screen, at the top of your screen. They have a name. You can see see a logo, like how to say, like a logo that you click in, so we can solve the problem. Because I have this problem before.
Okay. Could you write that down for him?
Oh.
Write that down on the Verbling chat, and that way maybe he can come in to the class. All right. Andre, what were you doing 2 months ago?
First of all, I want to say that I'm doing 2 hours ago. I was in the class. I was sitting in the class, and then it makes my ears thirsty for the next one. And 2 days ago, I was in my work, and I'm making a lot of interesting things, and making 3D models for jewelers. And two weeks ago, in that same time, I'm strolled in the park with my son and enjoyed I enjoyed our time. I'm got him a lot of advices for his future adult life, since he's teenager now. He said me that he needs a new cell phone, touch cell phone, and he needs he asked me to make him a gift for a birthday. And 2 months ago, I don't know, maybe I don't remember. For 2 months ago.
2 months ago, you can't. Okay, that would have been August.
Maybe I was on the beach and enjoyed my time.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So, Maria, what were you doing 2 months ago?
2 months ago, I was babysitting because it was a holiday for the children here in primary school. So I was babysitting for my neighbor, and and well, I didn't go on holiday last August. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Alejandro, what were you doing 2 months ago?
2 months ago, I was at the same place. I think doing the same things.
Okay, same thing. Helping your mom and studying English and eating and so forth. Okay. Domingo, what were you doing 2 years ago? Hello, Domingo. Are you there? You're muted, so if you're trying to talk, you need to unmute. Or maybe he stepped away. Okay, so Abimelech, what were you doing 2 years ago?
I don't remember actually what I was doing 2 years ago. Maybe I was thinking about how to improve my English.
Okay, you were trying to think of improving your English then. Okay, did you have the same job?
Yes, I had the same job.
Okay, all right. And Alejandro, what were you doing 2 years ago? Same.
2 years ago. I was doing the same things because I'm unemployed. Every day I study English. I'm looking for a job, but I don't find any. Yeah. Something like that.
And well, then in Spain, there's a very high unemployment rate, isn't there? Like 20%. Yeah, it's very, very high. Okay, Andre, what were you doing 2 years ago?
I've been working as a computer software teacher in education center for adult people. So I had a group of adult people, about 10 to 15 people in my group.
Okay, so instead of adult people, you say just adults? So I was training adults?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you were training.
Yes. And then take away that job since I haven't enough. I don't made enough money for living in that kind of job, and I'm tried out to another kind of job.
Oh, okay. So you changed your work at that time.
I'm usually I have that kind of behavior to change my job every 1 year or 2 years.
Okay.
Because I'm get sick. I get sick of working too long on the same place.
So you make a change. All right, awesome. Domingo, can you speak yet?
Yes.
Awesome. So what were you doing 2 years ago?
A lot of things have changed in these 2 years, last 2 years, because I have changed my work, my job, and I have changed my home. Really, a lot of changes. Yes, I moved from my home, and yes, in these 2 years, I have a lot of things have changed.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna actually tell you guys what what my life was like 2 years ago. It was very different. Khalid, how about you? What were you doing 2 years ago?
2 years ago, I was in another company. I was in worked as a as a technology division manager in the holding company, in telecommunication holding company in Libya called LBTIC, Libyan Post Telecommunication Information Technology. And then I moved to the Ministry of Telecommunication as a general manager of the NISA, which is National Information Security, Safety and Security Authority. I was the general manager for this authority, but recently I left the NISA after one year, and now I am consultant or minister advisor. That's why, you know, the advisor, the advisory, they didn't have kind of work. Just sometimes they ask you for some advisory, so that's why I'm not busy. And also because here we have some problem to government and to parliament, so that's why there's no any activity.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And Maria, what were you doing 2 years ago?
2 years ago, I was studying in university. 2 years ago, well, 2012. Well, I was about to begin my internship in a company not close to my city, in a company of biodegradable plastics.
Okay.
And I was, I think I was studying for my last exams.
Right. Oh, cool. So it was right at the end of your college, your university experience.
My bachelor degree, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So Ming, what were you doing 2 years ago?
2 years ago, I worked for my living, and I remember I had a dinner with my son because he came home from the Texas.
Came home from the what?
Texas of United States.
He came home from Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, yeah. And so.
So you were welcomed him home.
Yeah. But now he is staying in Texas.
Oh, yes. So he's living in Texas.
Yeah, he's living in Texas. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. All right. 2 years ago, I had just welcomed 2 boys into my home. I was living in a beautiful 4-bedroom home, just me and the dog. And I welcomed 2 little boys, one age 5 and one age 7. And I was their foster mom. And I was working in a company where I wrote language tests. So, and within 2 weeks from now, I lost my job. Everybody got laid off. So, because of that, I gave up the boys. I gave up my home. Okay, Abimelech, I'll tell you what that is. I gave up the boys. I gave up my home. I moved. It was a very interesting experience in my life. A foster mom is when there are children that do not have parents. The two little boys that I had, they were looking for somebody to keep them permanently. And you start out as a foster parent, and if everything goes well, then you can adopt them, and that's
So,
what I,
Foster parent is we call in Arabic is not original parent or not the
exactly.
original one. And
Exactly.
in our religion is not allowed. I mean, firstly allowed, but then our God in our religion is not allowed the foster parent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's what I've heard about the Muslim. Is it
Muslim, yeah.
Muslim? Yeah, that's what I've heard. And in the States, it's very common. But I realized very quickly that I could not be a single mother. So
What's I mean, sorry, but what you feeling after that? I mean, what's your behavior? It's normal, or you going? I mean, you take some times to forget because it's not easy to I mean, you have child and then you keep out, or you will be far from them. You know?
they were in my home for about 2 months,
Uh-huh.
and I still kind of, I don't know. It still kind of hurts that I wasn't able to do it, and the reason was mainly because I had lost my job. So I went from having a very a nice job to no job at all, and so, but then I also realized that it's not fair for these two little boys to not have a dad. And so my home was a short-term home for them, and then
Uh-huh.
they found them a mom and a dad, and which was very good because they needed a dad.
You mean the switch, the I mean the new one, maybe you think that that the new parent maybe it's good for them. That's why you I
Yeah,
mean you're feeling maybe it's better for. I mean you're feeling it's like you are maybe good for them, right?
yeah, yeah. That was good for them.
Yeah.
So
so,
it was a good move for them.
sorry,
Very good
teacher.
move. Uh-huh.
Teacher, are you
Yeah.
are you implying that you wanted to take custody
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
them?
I was considering adopting them, and
And
that was the plan.
yeah. And are you take away from your job deliberately?
No, it was 70% of the people that were working in that job we all lost our job because
There's
there was no
cut
work.
off.
Yeah, so we were in the we were laid off.
This is the normal in the big company. I hate big
Yeah,
company like yeah.
yeah,
Every year, like Cisco, like another
yeah.
company, they made the cutoff for employee and yeah,
hmm
it's
So
10,000. Yeah.
yeah, so what I did is I gave the boys up, and I also gave my home up, and I moved in with family. So it was really an interesting time period in my life.
Can you tell us about a new job? I mean, the internet. I mean, because I am I mean, I am a specialist in the telecommunication and in the technology. I wanted to hear from you about the especially the distance learning or I mean, the Internet of Things. We call the Internet of Things. I mean, doing
Okay.
everything through the internet, like what you doing now? I mean, doing training through the internet. I think you also you get some money from this job, or not
Yeah, oh yeah.
free.
Oh yeah, no, it's a job. It's a real job. It's yeah, well, I actually started I started teaching online in 2006, and
Ah,
before that I started teaching English in 1994, and I started teaching online in 2006, and I was kind of one of the pioneers. Do you guys know that word?
pioneers, yeah.
The
Pioneer.
newcomer.
And yeah, I was one of the first people. So I knew all of the companies. I know a lot of people that started in online training, and I actually trained teachers for several years. And
Sorry,
then
teacher. Sorry,
yeah,
teacher. I have a question. What kind of software did you use for for teaching in that period in 2006?
In 2006, we used WebTrain, Adobe, DimDim. Those were the and the only one that is still around is Adobe. Of the three.
Software that's software from Adobe.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, there's Adobe. Yeah, so there's a lot of different softwares out there, and I could train people how to do that, all of that. But anyway, let's go back to you guys. But yeah, no, I trained teachers, and then in 2011 I left online training and I came back.
Okay,
okay, Sun-Ming, he has a question. What is the meaning between I worked 2 years ago and I was working 2 years ago? There's really I worked 2 years ago is a past, and it is there's no effect from today. So I worked 2 years ago. I was working 2 years ago. I was working 2 years ago, and I might still be working 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. If I say I worked 2 years ago, that means now I'm not working.
Correct. Now you're not working 2 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. So let's go ahead. But yeah, I left online education in 2011 full time, and then came back just this last summer. So let's go on to this 2. The number 2, we've got some idioms here. And so there's about 6 or 7 idioms. I'm going to quickly go through this with you, what each of them mean, and then we're going to have some discussions about that. Bear with me a moment. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Does anybody know what that means?
Yes, sorry. In Spain is similar. It's a similar sentence. It's better to have a bird in the hand that is worth 2. No, I don't know. No, I don't understand.
We have the same meaning in Arabic. We call the عصفور في اليد خير من 10 على الشجرة. I mean, a bird in your hand better than 10 in the tree. Means a bird in the hand. What you have in your hand, it's better, or wrote the 2 in the the tree, but in the bush I don't know what means of the bush, but something like this. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the same thing. A bush is a tree. A bush is a tree.
So the same.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's better to value what you have than to try to get more. So people, a lot of times this idiom is used when you consider somebody wanting to get a job, want to get a new job, and the advice is don't quit your job until you get a new job, right? Because it's better to have a job you don't like than no job at all.
Something you have and something you're trying to get. So what you have in your hand. So, but what you wanted to get or to this is maybe in the tree. So, yeah.
Yeah. So it's in the bush, so you can't find it anyway.
Okay.
We have the similar quotes in the Russian. It's sounds like it's better to have a teeth in our hand than have a crane in the sky.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. It's better to have something than nothing at all. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. A game that 2 can play. Does anybody have an idea what that would be?
It's meaning maybe something you can. You can't do it. You can play with it, but like a game you can play, but we can discuss in this area or in this. You can do something in this thing, but we can play with it.
Okay. Well, it's slightly different than that. Let me show you. It's, you will do to that person the wrong that they did to you. So basically, we would say if somebody is bad to you, and you would look at them and you would say, 2 can play that game.
Oh.
So basically, you're warning them when you say 2 can play that game. You're warning them that you can do the same thing to them. So it's a very negative one.
Yeah. Are you implying that it means that if someone threat other person wrong, worse than that person threat him?
Yes, exactly. If a person this idiom can be used to threaten a person back. So if somebody threatens you for something, then you can go, 2 can play that game. I can do that too. So it's a very negative idiom actually. So. Okay. This one is one that my mom used to say to us all the time when we were kids. It takes 2 to tango. And it takes 2, and basically, when 2 people have a conflict, both people are at fault. So when I would fight with my brother or sisters, sister or brothers, she would say, "Well, it takes 2 to tango." You know, you can't fight with yourself. You know, you both are at fault. And I don't know. Did you guys ever were you guys ever told that?
No, but I wanted to ask about tango. I mean, what's the meaning of tango?
Tango is there anybody from Brazil in this class? I guess not. It's the middle of the night in Brazil. It's a Brazilian dance.
Tango, yes, tango.
The tango. You know, you can't tango by yourself, right? Yeah, so you have to tango with another person. You can't fight by yourself. I mean, you kind of can, but.
Are you implying that it means if 2 persons fight each other, it's equal part of fault?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both at fault, and that's why my mom used to. That was her big thing when we were kids. It takes 2.
The meaning came from because the tango cannot be dancing alone, so you will dance with others. So that's why the same. So when it takes 2 the tango, so when the people conflict, so both of them are at fault. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, next one. Like 2 peas in a pod. Twins, for example, are like 2 peas in a pod.
Perhaps 2 people
similar, the same, or similar to each other.
So you might have a couple, like 2, a man and a wife, but they're so similar. They're like 2 peas in a pod. 2 brothers, twins, of course. A lot of twins are like 2 peas in a pod. My sister.
Sometimes even the same maybe personality or the same.
Yeah, it's personality. It might be they might not look at all like each other, but they're still like 2 peas in a pod. Yeah. My twin and I, we look a lot alike, and if you guys were to see her on camera, you would say, you would think she was me.
Okay.
Because we're twins, but we're very different. So, we're not completely like 2 peas in a pod, but then we are. Okay, no 2 ways about it. Any idea what that would be?
Sorry, what does pod means?
A pod. Okay, that has to. I want to pull up Google Images to show what that is. That when the little what peas come out of?
Yes.
That's called a pod.
Okay, that's peas cover, we can say.
Yeah, let's see if hopefully Google Images will be able to show this. Yeah.
Good.
Basically, these are called pods right here. So
Okay.
that, yeah. However, if another example of a pod would be just well, I guess this doesn't work. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess this isn't even what I was thinking, but a small little tiny office can be a pod. But I was actually thinking in call centers.
House pod or something.
In call centers, let's see. In call centers, they might have the little sections. Little sections are called pods, but it doesn't. I don't see. It doesn't show. Okay. Anyway, okay. No two ways about it. Any idea what that would be?
There is no many choice, or there's no. I mean, a lot of choice. Just maybe one way or one solution.
Exactly. There's only one way. So it would be. It will definitely be that one way.
No other choice.
Exactly. No other choice at all. Okay. Now, stand on one's 2 feet. Is there any idea what that would be?
Keep some space between. Between you and other, something like this.
No, it actually has to do with, like, for example, when children leave home, either they go to school for the first time or they leave home for their first job, a lot of times they want to stand on their own feet, their own 2 feet. They don't want help from their parents.
So they want to be independent.
Yep, independent. They want to be able to take care of themselves.
Okay.
So they want to stand on their own 2 feet. Okay. 2 heads are better than 1. Anybody have an idea what this one would be?
2 heads.
Yeah. 2 heads are better than 1. Like 2 doctors give you 2. When you have some problem, maybe you can make 2. 2 doctors. So you will get 2 advices or 2. Something like this.
Yeah, 2 pieces of advice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They say, in teamwork, 2 heads are better than 1. 3 heads are better than 2. 4 heads are better than So that's pretty much what is said about that. So basically, 2 people working together to solve. It should be to solve problems.
What we call teamwork.
Better than each person working alone. Teamwork is people working together. So teamwork is exactly, this philosophy. Being by yourself is not teamwork. Okay? 2 wrongs don't make a right. This is another thing that parents will say to their kids. Anybody know what that means?
2
wrongs
don't make a right.
Maybe when 2 children are fighting, maybe one child can say, "Oh, he did that first, and then I did that." So it's like you're not justified if someone does something bad at you to do something bad at him.
Exactly. So brother A hits brother B hits him back. So it is never right to do wrong to another person. So just because that person did wrong to you does not mean you can do wrong to them, which is very different than a game that two can play, which is completely opposite. So this one is a lot more negative than this one. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go on to more conversation. Bear with me a moment. So what are 2? Let's start out, Abimelech. Can you choose a question? What are 2 something and ask somebody else?
Okay. Number one, I will ask to Henry.
Okay.
Names you go by. What are two names you go by? Uh,
Uh,
but I don't understand the meaning of go by.
Okay. For two names that you go by, like, well, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't have this one up here because this is a public class. I don't think we should have answer that question. But like I go by Holly. That's my first name, and then two names you go by. Then you might have a middle name and then the last name. But I also have like an online name that that I might go by. So a lady who gets married might go by two different names. So, but I don't want people to answer that question because could you choose another one, Abimelech? I'll go ahead and take this one off because we're in a public forum, so people can.
Okay. Because I didn't know the meaning of go by.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Next question. What are two things that scare you?
Okay. Andre, two things that scare you.
Two things scare me. I'm scared. I'm scared about future of my country.
Okay, so you're scared of.
Scared of future of my country, and second one, I'm scared about. I'm scared about.
Scared of.
I'm scared of not having scared about not having money for a living.
Angie, may I ask you a question? Would you decided to join the army to fight for your country?
Yeah, that's a good question. Ming, very good question. Andre, would you join the army to fight for your country?
What could you repeat?
Yeah, would you join the army to fight for your country?
Oh, I understand. No, definitely no. I'm not. Since I hate my country, I want that other army go to my country and occupy my country.
Oh, you want to be occupied?
Yes, I want my country being occupied. Since I hate my country, it's
okay.
Everything is terrible and horrible in my country.
But this depended who will occupy you. I mean, which region? Eastern or Europe?
Who do you want to occupy?
I wanna that I would be happy that if Russian Federation occupied Ukraine.
Really?
So you support Russia?
Since I'm Russian person.
Oh, okay.
Originally from Russia. Okay, we understand.
That makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. No, were you? Yeah, you were alive before the Soviet Union broke up. Andre, were you?
Before 87, I think 89, huh?
Yes, I'm born. Since I was born in 1978. I was born in Soviet Union.
Okay.
I feel myself as a Soviet Union person.
Okay.
Okay.
Since when Ukraine was in the Soviet Union, everything is better off. for Ukraine and people who is living there. And then Soviet Union was broken, and in 1991, and since that time everything is horrible and terrible in my country.
Huh.
When Ukraine became apart from Russian.
Huh. Okay.
What is your nationality?
My nationality is I'm Russian
you're
person,
Russian.
and
Yeah. But you live in Ukraine.
yeah, unfortunately I'm living Ukraine. I want to leave Ukraine in 1 year or 2 years. That's the reason I'm learned English as international tool for communication.
So, do you want to go to a Russian country? I mean, do you want to go to Russia, or do you want to go to some other country?
I want to leave my country and go to South Asia. Maybe on the Vietnam or
maybe you come to Hong Kong.
Yes.
Maybe Malaysia, Hong Kong, or Taiwan, something like that.
Hong Kong is better than Malaysia.
I've heard good things about both Hong Kong and Malaysia, so. Yeah. All right. Andre, could you ask a question to somebody in the class? Maybe Domingo or Maria, because they haven't talked very much.
Yes. Okay. It would be a simple question for Domingo. What the two places would you want to go to vacation?
I will want to go to perhaps Egypt.
Egypt.
Egypt, and place that I didn't go.
Such as example.
Okay, Egypt, and I would like to visit Croatia.
Croatia. Okay.
Croatia, and a lot of places more. Not only two, but.
Yeah, so you want to go to more than two places. Of course, me too. So Egypt and Croatia right now. Okay, awesome. Okay, Domingo, could you ask a question to someone?
Maria, please. What are two things you did yesterday?
Yesterday I volunteered for a blood donor association, and then I studied English a bit. Yeah, these are two things.
All right, thank you. Okay, Maria, could you ask a question?
I'd like to ask
Abimelech.
Yeah, him. What are two things? Oh, sorry. What are two favorite subjects of yours in college?
Well, my favorite subjects in college were Hindi and history.
Hindi and history.
Hindi and history. Hindi is my native language.
In college?
Yes.
Oh, what did you study in college?
I studied history, especially in history, but we have to take at least 2 languages for basic.
Oh,
yeah,
I see.
Yeah, we have to do the same thing in American English. You should learn. Okay, Andre, some just sent you a message. All Okay, and Abimelech, can you ask one more? Okay, it looks like we're running out of time. So, thank you very much for your participation, everyone. Time was flying because I looked at my clock and it shocked me. I was like, oh, about 3 minutes ago. Oh, so thank you very much for your time and attention, and I hope that you guys learned a few more new words and got a chance to practice speaking. Everyone, have a great day.
Thank you.
See you in a few hours if you're around. Bye.